I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not hiding, so why are you? There's no need for the dark except to scare us. Show yourself. Show yourself. Then you will know who you are for you. You have and will be seen by he who is in the mirror. Stop hiding. Sometimes I wonder what a lot of us are hiding. I mean, like me too. Like we all have like hidden potential, hidden talents, things that people wouldn't know unless we told them. You know what I mean? It's probably the hardest to gauge too, like for yourself, because you know you have them, but you don't know if you measure up to the next person, the person after that, or the person beside you, the person beside that person. It's hard to open up about the things that you can do that aren't things that other people know, you know? Because other people don't know it, because you haven't showed it, because you haven't lived it for years on years on years and years, it becomes hidden. Like it could have been a passion when you were younger, you never would have known that it actually grew as you grew as well. So when I ask you, or when I say stop hiding, I mean you should show yourself 100%. Like who you are really does matter. Like even if you only show 75%, somebody's watching you. Like people are always watching you and you don't even know it. They won't tell you until you ask. Or they might just spring up when you never even knew they were there in the first place. Like people can tell when you're hiding. People can tell when you're being yourself. People can tell when you're faking. People can tell when you're stuck, broken. It's not hard to see. But sometimes people will wait for you to reveal that to yourself. That's why when you stop hiding, you'll be able to actually see who you are in the mirror. Like I say all the time, like I might not have said it on here, but I've said it all the time, like there is potential in everybody. There's hidden potential in everybody that might not actually be hidden. It's just not stressed enough. And I keep resorting to athletes because I was an athlete. Like we hide behind the ball, right? Like if you only know me for basketball, I'm gonna act like a basketball guy. If you know me for football, I'm gonna act like a football guy. Some of us are generic, and I'm just gonna say it. Bland. We're bland because we are being what everybody else wants us to be besides who we truly are. What's special about a copycat? I don't know. So when I say stop hiding, I'm not attacking. I'm just saying show yourself. It's like we want to see who you actually are. We want to see what you can bring because this world isn't going to make you do it. It'd rather you conform to it than let you be yourself. And that's the funny thing. It's like if we wait for people to expose that in us, they won't. Because the only person that knows is us. Supportive friends, they can see it, but they don't always know how to ask the questions. They don't always know how to pinpoint or get you to expose that piece of yourself. To expose you. And the closer you get to someone, the more scary it is to hide. Because you feel like, is this relationship real? Am I holding back on them? Especially when you're married, because they want to know everything about you. You're with them 24/7 every day. If you're hiding from that person, the person you love the most, man, imagine how much better you could be if you were just you. See, like last Shadow Talk, I was talking about you can't live in the past. But sometimes that past has had an effect that molded you into who you are now. And people want to know that. Because it might expose something in you that you might not even noticed, but you haven't stressed either. Like potential blossoms in the most odd situations. Like me personally, I started writing because I was stressed out. I used to suck at it really bad. I could never get an idea out. I could never really stress how I really felt in any type of way until I got stressed out, like really stressed out. And it was because I remembered, like way back when I still lived in Milwaukee, I think, we had a talent show and I had to either sing or do a poem. I chose a poem, and after that day, I was just like, nah, that's not what I want to do, because it was kind of embarrassing. It was first time on a stage fright, scared out of my mind, but just remembering that moment, it really just like, let me try this again. And then I exposed something in me that I hadn't even realized that I'd be good at initially or at all. Like a lot of us are like, some of us are super smart and we won't even show anybody that side of us. Some of us start to hide behind the I want to be popular vibe. I don't want to be a nerd. Nerds aren't cool. Smart people aren't cool. Smart people are weird. No, smart people make differences in the world. So there's nothing wrong with being smart. That's a hidden talent in itself because so many of us are hiding how intelligent we really are. People need help, and if we're hiding that information, that knowledge that we might have, that experience that we might have, or share with them in order to help them, how are we hindering the world? Just by staying in the shadows. How much are we hindering ourselves? And like I said, the first shadow talk, a lot of us are hiding from ourselves because we know there's more. There's more that we don't quite understand. There's more that we can't quite see or reveal right away. Well, it's because we haven't looked in the mirror enough. We haven't taken the time to really get to know ourselves. Like if we took a day, just a day, away from social media, away from the public, just by ourselves, a day by ourselves, it would be a struggle. I know it's a struggle because I did it for a few weeks. And it was hard at first, but after a while, you get to reading books, you get to sitting down thinking to yourself, you get to scheming, coming up with ideas, and the more you allow yourself to create and be creative in whatever your field is, art, music, sports. So you can be creative in sports. The more creative you are, the more you realize these hidden possibilities, these hidden potential spurts. And I feel like a lot of us just need to put the pieces together and flick the switch to turn on our light. I say all this, it might have been a lot to take in. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, but I'm not really sorry. I just had to say what I had to say. But this is Shadow Talk episode 3 with Emmanuel Wallace. Eventually we'll be starting a YouTube channel, so be on the lookout for that. We're starting a podcast in June as well with my guys DJ, Levi, and Dave. I'm excited, and I just want to let you guys know that you don't have to hide anymore. The world needs more creativity. The world needs more leaders. It needs more support. It needs more of you. So thank you for listening to Shadow Talk number 3. I'll see you guys next week Friday.